Jóhann followed the road east. He did not hurry. The mountain had already taken more from his legs than he cared to admit, and daylight would not last forever. The road descended gradually through the trees. For the first hour, nothing unusual happened. Jóhann welcomed that. His boots found the old wheel scars. The ridge remained behind him. The forest opened in places where wind had pushed snow from the higher ground. It felt good to travel without wondering whether every turn would return him to somewhere he had already been. The wedge remained inside his coat. Jóhann left it there. He had tested the thing enough. Whatever waited at home would either give him an answer or it would not. Until then, old iron could remain old iron. Sometime in the afternoon, the hammer struck. Once, Jóhann stopped. The sound came from somewhere ahead. He listened until it faded. Then he continued. Another blow came much later, again from ahead. There was something different about it. Jóhann could not say what. He walked several more steps before he understood. The sound was clearer, not louder. Closer was not quite the word either. There was simply less between him and the strike. On the mountain, the hammer had seemed buried beneath distance. Now he could hear the iron itself. The hard beginning of the blow, the brief ring afterward. Jóhann continued east. Toward evening, he found an abandoned shelter beside the road. 3 walls remained beneath a leaning roof. It was enough. He cleared snow from the driest corner and gathered fallen branches before the light disappeared. His fire took slowly. When it finally caught, Jóhann sat with his back against the wall and ate. For a while, he watched the flame. The sound reminded him of the forge that irritated him. A fire should be allowed to sound like a fire without becoming a message. Jóhann almost smiled. He removed the wedge from his coat. Firelight moved across the old iron. 3 marks. He set it beside him. Nothing happened. No hidden fire answered. No voice spoke. No hammer struck. Jóhann ate the rest of his food. Afterward, he held his hands near the flames. He thought about his father. The memory from the road had stayed with him. An old piece of iron beside the hearth. His father's hand closing around it. Something from my father's time. Nothing worth keeping. Jóhann tried to remember its shape. He could not. Perhaps it had been a wedge. Perhaps it had been nothing like one. Memory had a way of becoming more certain when a man wanted it to mean something. Jóhann knew better than to trust it completely. But one detail remained. His father had kept the iron beside the hearth for years. Nothing worth keeping, yet never thrown away. The hammer struck. Jóhann looked toward the road. The sound had come from the east. He waited. A second blow followed, then silence. Jóhann looked at the wedge. 3 marks. He did not pick it up. Instead, he added another branch to the fire. Tomorrow he would continue home. The road would carry him out of the mountain country and toward lower ground. After that came farms, then the river, then home. For the first time since entering the forest, Jóhann could measure the distance ahead of him in places he knew. He found comfort in that. Night settled around the shelter. The fire burned lower. Jóhann wrapped himself against the cold and closed his eyes. He had nearly fallen asleep when the hammer struck again. His eyes opened. The blow was clean, clear, near enough that he could hear the metal ring afterward. Jóhann sat up. He looked down the dark road. Nothing moved. He waited for another strike. None came. Then Jóhann noticed something beside him. The wedge. He had placed it near his back. It remained there, But in the firelight, the 3 marks looked deeper than before. Jóhann reached toward them, then stopped. The marks were not deeper. Something was inside them. He lifted the wedge and held it nearer the fire. The cuts had been packed with dirt when he found it. Most of that dirt was gone now. Inside each mark was a thin line of darker metal. Not rust, not soot. A different metal had been worked into the cuts. Jóhann rubbed one with his thumb. It did not come away. The 3 marks had never simply been carved into the wedge. They had been filled. Jóhann turned the iron toward the fire. For an instant, the lines caught the light. Silver. The hammer struck. Jóhann looked east. And somewhere, far down the road, another hammer answered.